Hey, how we doing, guys? Lando Backyard Gardening. I know it's been a while since I've done a video, but guess what? That's right, I got my seeds going. I started some tomato seeds. Got them hooked up to the old trusty thermostat here. Keep them nice and warm. And got my lights ready to go whenever these start to sprout. Now it's actually 80 degrees in there. It's a little warm because the sun's hitting me on the other side. But it's still good. 80 degrees is fine. Once they start to sprout, I actually just put them in yesterday. Once they start to sprout, the cover comes off. These are some lettuce that I got going on here. I really didn't do any lettuce in the fall. So I'm gonna do these guys. I got some bok choy, some lettuce. And I'm gonna do those guys while we still have a little bit of cold. So we've got about probably another month and a half, 2 months of cold weather. Should be able to get a little harvest off of those. So what am I doing today? Well, I started collecting leaves, guys. That's right. So I got my first batch of leaves right here. A few bags. Good stuff. Nothing much has been happening, but guess what? You mango tree growers, yeah, they're starting to push. That's right. And those should be actually, let me show you this guy. That's right. Panicles. Those should be panicles. As far as I know, from the last I've checked, all my trees are pretty much pushing. See, they got little panicles coming. And that's good. That's a good sign. That's a sign that spring is right around the corner, guys. So I got my leaves. My neighbor's got some Mexican sunflower that she doesn't want to get too big. I gotta go trim that. So right now, things are gonna start ramping up. Start getting the leaves, lay them down, get that Mexican sunflower, lay it down around the trees. So all this stuff could get some energy, a little boost. This is Sugarloaf. Look, it's all for the panicles. Everything's a little late this year. Seems like all my panicles, my Edward, all my panicles are kind of pushing late. I mean, last season I had panicles in November, and by this time, all the trees were in full bloom, panicles, flowers open. But this year we're a little late, but it's fine, it's fine. You know, as long as it's happening, you know what I mean? And that's all that counts. And we've been having cold weather, so I'm not in a rush. You know, it's good to have these trees wait a little bit. I love these. Don't you love these Chinese lantern? They're beautiful, huh? My pickering, second pickering. I actually have, you know, pickering. I have three trees of pickering. Let me show you my third one over here. That's in the pot. And look, she's flowering. Pickering mango. That's one of the most reliable mango trees you have, and it's a dwarf, so it's not gonna get overly big, but it will usually give you fruit every year, year after year. Here's some tomatoes. I put tomatoes in very late, and luckily they have survived the little cold waves that we have. But yeah, here's tomatoes. I have a lot of people that did them earlier, and they're actually harvesting their tomatoes right now, December and January. But I put some in the ground, and they're very late. If they overwinter, they'll be fine. Then I'll get very early tomatoes. Let me show you this little graft that I did here on my white sapote. Look, it took. Beautiful, huh? I still don't know if I'm gonna keep the original rootstock on, let them both grow, or maybe I'll just graft onto this one as well, which is probably what I'm gonna do. So nothing much going on, guys. My loquat. Avocados should be starting to bloom soon, if they bloom. I don't know if this one's gonna bloom. It's a small tree. This is an Oro Negro. Probably a little too small to actually be producing fruit anyway, but this was new growth, so it's probably not gonna bloom because that's a lot of new growth on that one. This one might bloom. Let's see. It's got a lot of promising little buds on there, but it's actually a small tree, so I wouldn't let that one hold any fruit anyway. Now my bigger avocado tree, which is this guy here, I don't know what it's gonna do for me this year. It's actually a rootstock, and the reason I say that's because this tree was killed back by the cold back in 2018, 2017, that winter, and then it grew back, and that's been that's been 5 years. I haven't had any fruit, so I'm thinking this is the rootstock. There's a grafted Brogdon on here. This is also Brogdon. I believe I have a grafted Oro Negro on here. And I actually have a couple of grafts that I just did. There's one there. I got another graft up in the front. So I'm trying to graft onto it. See if I can get this tree producing. It sucks when you have trees that don't produce. I love this. You know, I find these outside, and then I always bring some and hang them on my trees. I don't know. I just love the look of it. Spanish moss, and it loves it. You hang it on your trees, it just grows. Yeah, guys, so it's my mulberry. Still looking pretty good, surprisingly. Hasn't lost its leaves. Now this is the white sapote here that I took that other graft from. This is a Redlands variety. And it's doing pretty good. It flowered and set some fruit, but they dropped off. So I don't know if it's gonna do anything this year. Then we have all my mango trees here. And they are starting to push, like I said. Everything is pretty much pushing. Panicles, if you look, there's panicles on pretty much everything. But a lot of my trees are small, so I mean, even if they're pushing panicles, they're probably not gonna hold fruit, because I probably won't let them hold fruit. And if I do, I mean, a tree like this can probably hold a couple. This is a sweet tart, and as you can see, she's pushing as well. You can probably hold a couple, and I would let it hold a couple. Got some peppers there. Yeah, they're probably hot. Of course, they're hot. Orange peppers, you know they gotta be hot, right? My peach tree should be flowering soon. Actually, here we go. Speak of the devil, there you go. She'll start flowering very, very shortly. The whole tree will be full of blooms. You guys know what this is, right? Yeah. I call that guandules, but a lot of you might know it as pigeon peas. And Mexican sunflower, good stuff. I always have this growing around, especially around my trees. I don't have enough of it, but it's a lot of biomass. It's gonna protect the trees from the cold. I'll let it grow in the winter, but usually as we get closer to spring and the fear of at least the threat of the cold, super cold is gone, I'm gonna knock that down, and that'll just feed the trees. There's a chop and drop. My papayas are still hanging in there. It hasn't gotten too cold, so they're still hanging around. Even the bananas, man. Look, the bananas. They look beautiful, huh? They look beautiful. I've had bananas look bad even with the 40 degrees before. I don't know. This year it's like we've had cold, but it seems to be a gentle cold. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. All right, guys. Well, let me get to work. I gotta spread those leaves out. I'm gonna go cut the Mexican sunflower in my neighbor's yard. Bring some of that over and lay it down. It's my jaboticaba. Not. Oh, jaboticaba looks like she's gonna start pushing a bunch of blooms there. That's nice. I'm gonna go cut down the Mexican sunflower, and these are all over the place. These are tomatoes. See, I got them in the ground actually. So they go in late, but if they overwinter, I'm gonna have very early tomatoes from those. Very early tomatoes. So that's a good thing, I guess. Let me come to this side. That's my little dragon fruit trellis. I'm trying to get these dragon fruit to climb up on it. That's the Cuban oregano, guys. I'm gonna take a whiff of it. Clear my sinuses a little bit. I got a little bit of a cold. Okay. Still got a rack hanging over here. If it makes it through the winter, maybe, it might keep growing a little bit. All right, guys, so let me get out of here. And I'm gonna show you the Mexican sunflower on my neighbor's side that I'm gonna cut. She planted these things. That's it. Nice little bush. She planted these things and then they got so large, tremendously big. They were like 15 feet tall. Nice blooms on them. And she asked me to do her the favor and chop them down, so that's what I did. Chopped it down and then it grew back. So I'll just keep chopping it and benefiting from the Mexican sunflower that she has. She has one up in the front too, which I have to cut as well. All right, guys, so I got a mess back here. I hate showing you guys my mess, but that was my steaks because with the cold coming through, you know, I have to make sure that I have steaks, at least one steak like this, because what I will do is I'll tuck the plant up. I usually get some twine or something. I'll tuck it up all close together. I will get frost cloth, bundle it around that, and then on top of that I put the plastic, the greenhouse plastic, or even the painters, the thicker, maybe like a 4 mil, 6 mil painters sheeting, and that'll go over, because the frost cloth by itself does not work, guys. You want to make sure you have that plastic, because the plastic is going to make a little greenhouse effect, and they will stay nice and cozy in there, guys. They will stay nice and cozy. This is my sapodilla. It was supposed to be a Hasha, but when I brought it back in 2018, it looked like it had popped. It had came back. It looked like it got killed back, and it grew back. And I was fooled because it looked like it had grew back okay, right about the graft point, but it turned out that that's a seedling, so it hasn't given me any fruit. So here's another tomato, guys. Nice sized tomato plant. A lot of blooms. It hasn't been producing fruit though, or tomatoes. Maybe it's just a little too chilly for it. I'm not sure, but I got some a squash growing here. I just let it grow. I know it's late, it's not in the season for it, but Yeah, why not? Guys, you see my passion fruits. Vine is loaded, but they don't color up in the winter. You gotta wait till it gets a little warmer. All right, guys, so let me let you go. This was just a short little video showing you a little bit of stuff. I'm not doing a full yard tour. It was just to show you a little bit of what's going on. And today I'm gonna just probably run those leaves to the chopper, to the shredder, because I want to get them a little finer. And I'll take that Mexican sunflower that I cut down, lay that underneath some of the trees, and probably later on I'll give these trees a foliar spray. And that's it. So you guys take it easy. Have a good one. Orlando Backyard Gardening signing off. Grow, and grow some more.